What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Do you know what Sweet Tooth used to tell their stars that the show was renewed for a second season? How about hearing the month when Sweet Tooth starts filming? Or maybe you want to know which other hybrids will be appearing on the show. In that case, don't swipe or click away, because here is Sweet Tooth Season 2. First look.
They smell like wet moccasins and old raisins.
What does?
Your candy?
Sweet Tooth has been making an absolute killing on Netflix, and it seems like the show is just getting started. Because of all the positive reviews, they decided to greenlight it and give it a Season 2. That being said, we still haven't answered the when, the who, the what, and the how of this show. So let's start with the when of the show. In the 8 episodes since the last release date on June 4th, 2021, the main characters have been fighting a losing battle with a deadly virus. After the outbreak, most of the world's population is dead. Everyone is practicing social distancing, and many people take it to the extreme. It's not uncommon to find entire families living in secluded cabins in the woods, but this isn't the biggest problem. Out of nowhere, all of the newborns look like hybrids. As you probably saw in the trailer, Gus and many of the other children are born part human and part animal. That's the real problem. Part of the world thinks that the hybrid babies resulted from the outbreak, something similar to a radioactive mutation. Others think it's the hybrid babies that brought the virus upon the world, so they want to rid themselves of the plague. And yes, this series does include a group of men killing young children, just because they don't understand them. In a world full of hate and fear, Gus, a 9-year-old boy whose father dies protecting him, is on a quest to find his mother. Along the way, he befriends Big Guy, also known as Tommy Jeopard, who acts as the boy's guardian. Together, they're on a path of finding Gus's mom, and hopefully creating a cure for the virus that the hybrid babies seem to be immune to. Since this show is like a mirrored reflection of the reality we're living in, about 60 million people have watched at least 2 minutes of the show, and millions of Netflix subscribers have watched the show in full. So far, Robert Downey Jr., the show's executive producer, has made a show that has been cracking the top 10 Netflix list for the first 30 days, and this includes all Netflix regions. Critics are raving about it as well, with an IMDb rating of 7.8 out of 10 and a jaw-dropping 97% score on the Tomato Meter. Critics couldn't find enough nice things to describe the show, and Netflix was watching all of the rave reviews from the background. It seems like they have already made the deal with the production houses before telling the actors, so Sweet Tooth handed out mystery boxes to all the cast members. And on top of the box, there was Gus peeking over the fence with the words, "Don't unwrap until July 29th, written above his head. And what happened on the 29th? All the cast members opened their mystery boxes and revealed the huge block of milk chocolate which said Sweet Tooth Season 2, and the number 2 even had antlers on it. Inside was a note saying, "To a very special fan of a very special show, you were amongst the very first to hear that Sweet Tooth has been renewed for Season 2. The show then made it a compilation of all the actors' reactions and uploaded it to their Twitter account. And it didn't take long before Netflix announced the news as well. Season 2 will have another 8 episodes, each about 60 minutes long. If you're looking for an exact date, we can't tell you. Why? Because no one really knows. But we do know that the show will start filming in January of 2022 and continue until June of 2022. Some might say that the taping period is too long, but let us remind you that Season 1 was in production for 135 days. It was shot in New Zealand, and they made 72 sets just for the show. So they're not doing anything unheard of. And speaking of New Zealand, we think that they might shoot Season 2 on the island as well. Now, if everything goes according to plan and they maintain all of the schedules, then we're hoping that Season 2 will be out before the end of 2022. If not, we would expect the show to stream on Netflix in early 2023. With the when and where parts of the first question covered, let's move on to the who.
Thank you.
Based on the video with the blocks of chocolate, we're going to safely assume that the main cast will be back for Season 2. This means that Christian Covey will return as Gus, and Nonso Anozie will still be playing Tommy Jeopard in Season 2. The only actor that won't be making a comeback is Will Forte, who played Gus's dad, Pubba. As for the others, we'll definitely be seeing more of Stefania Levi-Owen in the role of Bear. Dania Ramirez will still be playing the Ami. General Stephen Abbott will be back, and this means actor Neil Sandilands will be back as well. Eliza Villani will still be playing Rainey Singh, and Alette Murray will continue to portray Wendy in Season 2 of Sweet Tooth. In the words of the eternal infomercial, but wait, there's more. Because there was a casting call in August and September of this year, we can expect new characters to make their debut on the show. And if you've already read the comics, then you'll be glad to see characters like Finn Fox, Wally Wirus, Haley Mockingbird, and JoJo Cat join the show. Finn Fox is a human with fox ears, red fur, and a bushy foxtail. Sly and wary, he's brand new to the hybrid family. Wally Walrus is the one that has big tusks, little flippers, and deep expressive eyes. He's newer to the hybrid family, and he's still very shy. Haley Mockingbird, well, she's got a beak and walks with skinny, stork-like legs. She's a spirited, impatient child who has onions and isn't afraid to express them. And finally, we will see JoJo Cat, who is wide-eyed and docile. She is eternally curious about people and puzzles. Basically everything. If she's in a cage, she tries to squeeze out. But it's not all hybrids that will be making a comeback.
Most people hate kids like me.
Rusty. The last men have made it their mission to eliminate hybrids.
There was a new September casting call, and the National Foundation for Deaf and Hard of Hearing were looking for talented kids who may be deaf, hearing impaired, HOH, and kids versed in NZSL sign language. It's good to see shows giving a chance to the children who are hearing impaired. That concludes the who section, so the only thing left to talk about is the what, as in what will be happening in Season 2 of Sweet Tooth. Since the show was made based on the graphic novel, it's not unrealistic to expect Gus to go looking for his mother, who is in Alaska. Some say that she's working on a cure for the deadly virus, hoping to clean the world of the deadly virus. And that's another point we'd like Season 2 to talk about. They could at least tell us where the virus originated. We've heard that they talk about it at length in the comic books, but we'd rather hear it from the show. We don't like to spoil any of the good stuff. But this is only the first season. Usually, any show that's starting out tries to create the first season with one goal in mind. Tell as much of the original story as possible, but leave on a cliffhanger, so you have something to build Season 2 on. It seems like Sweet Tooth will be moving away from Jeff Lemire's graphic novel and will be telling a slightly different story from the one you might have read in the books. This is because they feel like the show could go in various directions at once, so now it's only a matter of deciding where to take it. On a related note, do you want Gus to find his mom in Season 2 of the show? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.